Welcome to Higher Calling Wildlife. This is Chester Moore. The Aoudad, also known as the Barbary sheep, is becoming one of the most sought after animals in North America by hunters. Huge, impressive horns. The males have big, huge manes, an impressive looking animal. But there's a catch. We'll talk more about that after you go subscribe. Please subscribe to Chester Moore, wildlife journalist and investigator. You help me with my investigations by doing that. Also, you'll help us with our projects to help children facing special challenges have wildlife encounters. Now, the Aoudad was brought into my home state of Texas in the 1930s in the Paladero Canyon, Caprock Canyons area of the Panhandle to have a new game species for hunting. There were also Aoudad releases in New Mexico and, believe it or not, in California. Aoudad took to Texas and the Southwest like crazy. They're originally from countries like Chad and the northern tier of Africa. Now there are far more Aoudad in Texas alone, much less New Mexico and other areas, than there are in their native lands. There are believed to be a minimum of 30,000 free-ranging Aoudad outside of high fences in Texas, and I wouldn't doubt if there are that many inside high fences. So a lot of Aoudad around, and they are having impact on native wildlife, especially desert bighorn sheep. Texas has lost nearly 2/3 of its desert bighorn population due to disease in the last 5 years, and it is believed that Aoudad are a potential suspect for that. Aoudad are proven to be able to transmit MOVI, which is a pathogen that can cause bacterial pneumonia and stuff in bighorns, and it's not known whether Aoudad were what transmitted it to the bighorns or it was maybe domestic sheep or goat interaction. But anyway, they outcompeted them for food and all that kind of stuff. Now, Aoudad are a great source of income for landowners, and we certainly understand that here. But wanted to get the part about them being a problem for bighorns out of the way because we're definitely pro-sheep conservation here. No one's saying eliminate every single Aoudad. That would be impossible. We wanted to raise awareness to this issue. But what I really want to talk to you about is how amazing the Aoudad is in terms of its survivability. They are a super, super smart animal. And I have some crazy stories about Aoudad I wanted to share. So I had some gentlemen years ago tell me that they were hunting on Elephant Mountain, which is now Elephant Mountain Wildlife Management Area, donated to Texas Parks and Wildlife, I believe, in 1986. So this would have been in the early 80s with the original landowners. And they were driving up Elephant Mountain, and they see a really big Aoudad. And they see it in the rear view mirror as they're driving up, and they stop the truck, and it's gone. And one of the men said, "Look, I've heard Aoudad only run uphill to retreat. So we're going to have to go up the mountain, and then we'll have to look down and look around in glass. We'll probably encounter this Aoudad." Because it's pretty open apparently in this area. So they climbed pretty far up. They got to an area they could see quite a ways. They were about killed themselves out of breath. They take the glasses and look. They look all around the top of them. They look all around the side of the mountain. They look east. They look west. They look north. They look south. And they didn't see the Aoudad. So they started to make the trek back down, thinking they had totally missed it. And they see movement. So they glassed down. And in the area on the edge of the road where they saw the Aoudad in the rearview mirror, the Aoudad had simply laid down in the grass and hid itself in the tall grass. And they saw it rise up and run away.